Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Emily Good, and today I'm going to be talking about the book Westlake Soul by Rio Ewers. I enjoyed it very much. Let me tell you what it's about. It was published back in 2012, and I can't remember where I first heard about it. Last night after finishing the book, I was trying to see if a lot of people had posted about it on BookTube. I think I might have heard about it on like a list of somebody's favorite books a long time ago, and I purchased it on Audible and I just hadn't gotten to it. I think I've had it for like a year now at least. And I just had it, and I finally, a few days ago, kind of looked up what it was about, and I decided that was the next book that I wanted to read, and I finished it in a couple of days. It is a shorter book. It's not super long. I think on Audible it is like, I think it's like 5 or 6 hours maybe, so it's a really quick read. The book is called Westlake Soul, I already said, but that is the main character's name. And a little bit about it. So Westlake Soul was a surfer, and he got into a surfing accident. So that's where the book starts, and now he's laying in a vegetative state, living with his parents, his dog, and his sister. And he's in a vegetative state, and like to his parents and anybody who sees him, it seems as if he's not there or conscious. It just seems like he's just kind of laying there, but he's actually extremely intelligent. His accident gave him these superpowers that allow him to travel anywhere, and he's also extremely intelligent now. Like, he got bit by some bug or something happened to him that now he's like extremely intelligent. And there's this villain who's after him, Dr. Quietus, and you see some different action scenes with them, which was interesting. But for me, Westlake Soul is a character that I will be thinking about for a very long time. I hate to be corny, but the book had so much soul. I have not read a book that made me feel the way that this book did in a long time. Probably the last time I found a book that I knew immediately was going to stick with me was She's Come Undone by Wally Lamb. And I say that because Dolores, the main character of that book, has stuck with me, and I knew that she would. I kept thinking about her after the book was over, and because of that, that's one of my favorite books, because I constantly find myself thinking about her. And I know that Westlake Soul is going to be that for me as well. It's actually really difficult to find the physical book. I honestly haven't gone to a bookstore, but I just kind of have a feeling that any bookstore near me isn't going to have it, which might not be fair to say. But on Amazon, the paperback is $38.42. So it's pretty, and it says only one left in stock, order soon. I looked on eBay, and I hope that the buyer accepts my offer. I did just place a higher offer on it because I wanted it so bad, because it was signed by the author, and there's a quote from the book in it that the author wrote. So I hope that they accept it, because I want this book so bad. But it was a super enjoyable listen. I will obviously be rereading it in physical copy one day in the future. So I really would like to have that physical copy, but the Audible version was extremely enjoyable as well. So this author has published others. I think that the author is German. I'll just read you something. Yeah, so the only person he can converse with is his dog, the dog Hub. So that was really interesting to see the way that they spoke to each other. Not only that, but like all of the characters in the book were so believable. Like, I used to live in a beach town in North Carolina, and in Westlake, and some of the other characters who were written about in that book, they were so real. Like, the advice that Westlake was given, some of the different characters who came into contact with Westlake, they were just so believable. Like, all the dialogue was just so believable. Like, there were multiple times in the book where I was like, oh my gosh, like, it's not like this book was written. It's like I'm watching a real life thing happen. And I will also say, one of the things that I also really enjoyed about it is that I don't want this to be a spoiler, and I don't think that it is, but if you're concerned about it and you're thinking about checking it out, which I highly recommend, I don't see a lot of things on it here, and now that I've read it, I really, really would love to see more people. I would love to hear more about it. I want to connect with more people who have read it. So I feel like I learned and might not see people in vegetative states the same ever again. Obviously, it was a book, but the way that the author made this character out to be and made this life situation out to be, it's like Westlake can get into people's thoughts, and like an artist who's creating something like Westlake can get into their mind, and he can actually help this person to create this piece of art or this writing. So basically what he was saying is that he got into another person's head, the author of the book, and that's why the story was written. So he is basically saying that, like, I am a real person. I am out there. You see people all the time in a vegetative state that you don't think can think, or who you don't think is there, who you don't think to interact with, but we are there. And it was like really mind-blowing to me, because you kind of just take the word of a doctor, or you just kind of take a person at face value and don't think anything of it, don't think that the person is there, because it's like, well, hey, the doctor's saying that they're not there, but what if they were? What if they were there and they know exactly what you're saying, and they're smarter than you are and smarter than any of us other people walking around? What if? And it was just really like, oh my gosh, what if? What if this is a real person out there who's putting these words onto this page that I'm going to read now? It was just so mind-blowing, and it got me thinking, it got me to feel, and it was short, it was easy to read, it was easy to listen to, and I just really highly recommend it. So print length, oh, I guess it is 250 pages, which is actually, I mean, that's about standard, but it just seemed like such a quick listen. So it's in the, so to look at Goodreads, it is under the genre of science fiction, psychological fiction, contemporary fantasy, and paranormal fantasy. And I highly recommend it. I really, really do. I hope that more people get into this. And I'm now, obviously, because I'm Googling, listen to this. In this wry, heartbreaking fantasy, yours explores the dark landscape of a healthy mind trapped in an unresponsive body. So it was good. It was good. It was so good. I really hope that you hear me, and I hope that you read this book. It is so worth your time. It is so worth the Audible purchase or the book purchase. Again, I found, hopefully they take my offer on eBay. There is an expensive copy on Amazon, and I wonder where else you'd be able to find it, but I need the physical copy. I really hope that you are able to check it out if this sounds interesting to you, and I will talk to you soon. Hey, if you like my content, if you like my personality, please subscribe. I am working hard to keep up consistent content, and I want to connect with people and talk about good books and feel not so lonely, I guess, in this space. So if you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, send me your channel, and I would love to connect with you. Thanks so much for watching. Take care. Bye.